So, I've been thinking about how life is not really fair. I was thinking about how when men get wrinkles, we call them character lines. And when women get wrinkles, we call them rankles. It makes her look older. He looks more distinguished when he gets gray hair. And we look old. So recently, I had an older friend, and I love the fact that my male friends will open up to me and talk to me about things like this, but I had something that really, really affected me, and I wanted to share it with you. And these are the type of things that women have to deal with a lot. Older man, maybe 58, but he's always dating. When I say younger women, I'm not playing. We're talking about 20-year-olds and 24, that kind of thing. I always preferred the younger women. And so I don't know what possessed him, but he goes online and looks in his age group and finds a woman that is in his age range. In fact, she's a year older. He's like, oh, no way this can work. So he says that everything was really great and it was a really great chemistry in bed. However, he said that her body, for lack of a better word, disgusted. He had a tough time with the body. And I say this: if you think about it, each woman who's had a child or children has built an entire skeleton, muscles too. The essential oils that were required to make that brain came from, guess where? That woman. And a baby is born with 60,000 miles of blood vessels. Where do you think it came from? My good friend Lana had morning sickness for 6.5 months. Now wrap your mind around that. Throwing up every day for 6.5 months. And when I saw her, I said, Lana, and she said, Melissa, aren't these glasses cool? She said, Melissa, if you're about to tell me it will all be worth it, she said, I'm going to punch you in the stomach. And she said, if one more woman tells me that, I'm going to punch him in the stomach. Well, guess what? That baby of hers, I think he's about 6'4" now, that 6'4" baby of hers is graduating high school this year. And guess what she would say if I said, well, Lana, was it all worth it? So that woman that you're watching get up from your bed and go to the shower, that doesn't have the perfect skin, doesn't have the perfect ass, doesn't have the perfect breast anymore. She was a donor. And she was a donor for somebody just like your mother was a donor for you. And as a result, she has some things that are going to bag and slag and sag. And you should be a bit more grateful about that. And ladies, I know it's tough. I mean, I really started crying talking about it. I know it's tough to see these ads that come on TV or in the magazines, or when you see this beautiful girl a young girl at the same charity function where you are, and she's got these awesome breasts and beautiful body. She hasn't any children yet, or she has, and she's just given good genes. I know it's tough. But let me tell you something. There's absolutely no reason to give up. Here's what you do, and here's what I'm going to do. I may go down, but by God, I'm going down kicking and screaming. My hair's not always going to be perfect. I'm going to show you my authentic self with no makeup, just like I'm doing today. But I'll tell you what, I'll use every trick, every tip, every Botox shot, we have at my home, we have actually a plastic surgery fund along with the retirement and the college fund. and I'm not ashamed of it. I will go down kicking and screaming, and that's why we're here today. We're going to be sharing all these tips with you, but we're also not just working on the outside of your body, we're working on the inside as well. So give yourself a break when you don't have the perfect body. And let me ask you this. Who amongst us, mothers, would give up that day in the hospital when that baby was born? Who amongst us would not want to see that first day of school where that child walks to the classroom with a backpack that's almost bigger than him or her? Think about that first recital, that first soccer goal. Think about 6th grade graduation, the proms. Think about when they graduated from high school and college, and then think about that day when you're in the hospital and they have their own child. Would you give up anything? Would you give up any part of that to have that perfectly beautiful body that you see in magazines? And if you say yes, because your kids are driving you crazy, I'm going to challenge you. And I'm going to say, that might be a little bit your fault, right? Because kids come to you and they are incredibly moldable. And if you do a great job with them, you'll be thankful that you had them. So I have a girlfriend, a new friend, Michelle, who has, she had an accident. She fell in her shower. And when she fell in her shower, she was unconscious for several hours, and she was on her knees. And as a result, she cut off circulation and lost both of her legs. Now, let me ask you something. If Michelle had an opportunity to exercise, don't you think she would? Don't you think she would go hiking on a mountainside if she could? Don't you think she would strike out walking down the street or go to the gym? Here's what you have to realize. You don't have to work out, people. You get to work out. Michelle doesn't get to work out the same way that you and I do. And not working out and trying to keep ahead of the fact that we lose a half a pound of muscle mass every single year after the age of 35, 37, if you don't do something to combat it. So what you're saying when you don't work out or you just give up is, I'm ungrateful. I'm ungrateful for my health. I'm ungrateful for the fact that I still have both my legs. And I am a quitter. So, here's what you do. Here's what I'm going to challenge you to do. Start thinking about yourself as a donor. You donated to that beautiful baby, that beautiful body, all the essential oils for the brain, the muscles that you're missing now, by the way, or that you're having to work on right now. Think about everything that made that child so beautiful. That came from you. And you need to give yourself a break. And you need to fight. Get up and fight. Start today. Start being thankful. Start being grateful. When you take a walk up some stairs, say thank you, thank you, thank you. When you're outside, give thanks to nature. When you're able to walk a little farther, say thank you. When you're able to eat a little healthier, say thank you. When you're able to inspire someone else, say thank you. And watch what happens when you put on earphones, like I do, and listen to what we call in my household YouTube University. So what happens there is that, let me see what's going on here. It's okay. So put on YouTube University, put on something that's very, very inspirational. It can be anything from meditation to any subject or topic that you want to learn more about. It can just be motivational. All you have to do is type in motivational talks. You can put in mothering topics, everything. It's YouTube University. So while you're feeding your body with exercise, you're also feeding your mind with YouTube. And watch how your world starts to turn around when you put rocket fuel in it. Good food, good thoughts, and exercise. Start hanging out with people who have a like mind. Start thinking about what you can do to improve the lives of others, not just improve the life of yourself. And watch how things start to turn around for you. And people at work will start to notice how much different you look. Maybe you lose weight. Maybe you're more positive. Maybe people want to be around you more. Life is good, people. And remember, when you're complaining about that body and these arms that are starting to sag and the wrinkles that are coming around, it beats the hell out of the alternative, right? Otherwise, guess where you would be? 6 feet under. So life is good. Get out there. Be grateful. Be thankful. Feed your mind and feed your beautiful, beautiful, beautiful and healthy body. I wish you a beautiful day, and I'll leave you with this. Look again. Take another look. Look again. The beauty lies within.